Yes, welcome to another video. I'm Lewis. Above me is Jordan. Hope you guys are doing well. We've got a transfer roundup. Actually, right, we only did one like 2 or 3 days ago, but there has been some more news developing, especially we've got a couple new players featuring today as well, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you know everyone who we've been linked with. Guys, let's set a like target. Let's go for 1,000 likes, so make sure you smash that thumbs up button and make sure we get there, especially if you're one of the notification gang, you know what I mean? You need to be setting the good impressions and that.
Good example.
Yeah. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well, guys. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And guys, right, Parklife, innit? You know, the festival season is coming back very, very shortly. We missed out on tickets, unfortunately. But if you're going, make sure you get yourself the bucket hat, innit? And also the windbreaker. This is the, what do you call it, bro? The Parklife Starter Kit.
Yeah, Parklife Starter Kit.
Rep City in style. Yeah, go to cxclothing.co.uk. We'll put a link down in the description. Right, okay, let's go start again with the outgoings. Fernandinho. You know, we spoke about this in the last video, and we said, do we think he's going to leave? I personally do think he's going to leave. Atletico Paranaense president Mario Cesar Petraglia, let's go. He's labelled rumours of the club intensifying talks with Fernandinho as fake news. However, he did say there's a long way to go before a deal can materialise. Now, for me, you wouldn't say that unless you had actually had some sort of conversation. So he might be a long way, and they might only be like sort of preliminary talks, but you know, for him to say there's still a long distance to go before anything's done, you know, you wouldn't say that if he wasn't interested in the player, innit?
You wouldn't say that if a deal wasn't like on the cards, if it wasn't in his mind that he will actually go for Fernandinho. So that's a weird one. But like you say, we're kind of both in the same boat with the Fernandinho situation, that we think he'll probably leave end of the season. Next up on the outgoings is Benjamin Mendy, the left back who was never a left back because he's always injured. I actually feel bad for Mendy in the sense that injuries have just stopped his play time a lot. But he's started to come back into team in the past few games. I mean, he is on the bench and that. Apparently, City are willing to sell him if an offer is acceptable, but his wage and fitness troubles make him difficult to offload.
Yep.
That's going to Telegraph, and that makes sense. That's what we say.
Yep.
It's okay saying, no, just get rid of Mendy. But the thing is, who's going to take him? He can't guarantee any game time because of his injuries. His wages are big, so you're kind of stuck with him. So it might be a case that we might actually go sign another left back, but we might still have Benjamin Mendy at the club as potentially a third choice left back.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the thing where, like, if I was like an owner or a chairman of a football club and my manager come up to me and said, look, I want to sign Ben Mendy, I'd sack him on the spot. I'd be like, what are you on about? Bye. You know what I mean? He ain't real, so it's going to be really difficult for us to offload him. However, there is someone who we are being linked with more and more, and it's Nuno Mendes from Sporting Lisbon, is it? Yeah. Now, he's come out, he's been linked with a host of top European teams. He's come out and said this: I don't think about that. My job is to play football and enter the field and give my best. I don't think about those things. Now, he's obviously apparently meant to be the next big thing, next best left back up and coming, you know what I mean? He has a really high buyout clause, 70 million euros. He's only played like 20 odd games for Sporting Lisbon, so that is a lot of money to pay. However, we know City are probably going to be looking for a left back. And I think if the deal is there to be done, I think City might go in for it. Am I right in saying, I could be lying there, I think Fabrizio Romano said City are interested. However, that fee of 70 million, the buyout clause,
yeah, we ain't going to pay that.
We ain't going anywhere near that. Like 40 million,
yeah.
Like it's absolute top. So you got to remember, guys, he's played 40 matches. So keep your eye on this one. You know, there's still a lot of developments to come, and I think we might have to wait until we see a player leave before we see any real traction on any sort of left back transfer rumours.
Yeah, that nicely ties in with the Ben Mendy situation, because can Ben Mendy leave, innit? You know what I mean? That's the issue. Next up is Gabrielle Veron. According to emerging claims from Brazil on Wednesday, a proposal in the region of £50 million has been launched for Palmeiras forward Gabrielle Veron. He's only 18 years old, and apparently it's from either Manchester City or Manchester United. That's a lot of money, £50 million for an 18-year-old. I think he's at he's at Palmeiras, and that's where we signed Gabby Jesus from, innit? So maybe agent Gabby's been doing the work.
Apparently,
and he came out and said he's an admirer of Gabby, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He come out, Gabrielle Veron, and said Jesus is like, and he admires Jesus and sort of sees him as some sort of like inspiration type thing. So yeah, again, another one to keep our eye on. We know that City, you know, I've got a lot of sort of scouting networks in South America. And yeah, again, a bit like Nuno Mendes, nothing really concrete coming out about this, but one maybe to keep your eye on.
£50 million is a lot of money.
It is, yeah, and I don't think we'd go near that. One of the problems is I've read about Veron is he's got some sort of third party ownership. Now I was of the impression that was outlawed.
I thought it was done forever after Tevez. Like.
Yeah, apparently not. So yeah, Gabrielle Veron apparently has some sort of third party ownership. So we'll have to see about that. Jack Grealish. More news coming about him. I think we said it was bro Martin Blackburn, and he said about Grealish. We've now got Ducker from the Telegraph. He's also saying that City are really keen on Grealish. Both Tiki Bergstein and Pep Guardiola, massive fans of Grealish, keen admirers of the player. Is there something happening here, right? Because we did that transfer video a couple of days ago. 3 or 4 days ago, and we mentioned that obviously this leak, this sort of report had come out from Martin Blackburn about Grealish, and now you've got Ducker coming out as well saying the same sort of thing. Separate newspapers. Is there something in this? Potentially. You know what I mean? He's not going to stay at Villa. He's gone at Villa, so someone's got to buy him. And there's a lot of links now, linking City and Grealish together. So, and obviously you've got Grealish always going on about Kevin De Bruyne. He loves Kevin De Bruyne. You can see why the rumours are starting to crop up now.
Yeah, the mill is churning. The rumour mill is churning this out. I know there's a lot of people who aren't fans of him. I am a fan of him. I like it. I've said this in the past few videos. In our video yesterday that we did, our summer to-do list, we said there that Grealish should probably be one on the summer to-do list. But it seems to be that it's hotting up that. I don't know whether it's coming from nothing, but it seems to be the job of multiple papers doing it, and there seems to be some kind of substance.
There's a saying, bro, right? No smoke without fire.
Yes, bro. You got a saying right. That doesn't happen.
I felt buzzing. Make sure you smash the video, smash the like on the video in it, because I don't normally get them right, do we, bro?
Nah, never in it. And a play that we don't have on our list, we have a list in front of us, isn't it? Like, just to go through the different players. The play that we don't have on our list that I just remembered that we actually took off the last transfer video is Dennis Zacharia. Apparently, Dennis Zacharia, bro, is available for around £20 million. Apparently, his injuries in the whole COVID market has reduced the player's price from around 50 million to 20 million, which makes that deal a lot more appealing and more affordable. So, but the issue with it is when we seen him against us, it wasn't very flattering for him. It was a bit like, oh right, this is him. You didn't really see much from him, but
there was very little.
That doesn't mean that he couldn't do bits in this City side.
Yeah.
So 20 million could be the man.
Yeah, I was a little bit. I was buzzing before we played him. I was buzzing, and then when he played, I thought he was very average at best. You know what I mean? That's probably being polite. Right, Erling Haaland to finish on this guy. The rumours coming out now. Borussia Dortmund have set a 180 million euro sort of fee,
is that around £150 million?
Yeah.
See, I expected around that though. I expected them to want around £150 million.
The problem is, bro, this is apparently the same sort of thing that they did with Jadon Sancho in the summer. Obviously, it's to try and keep the player at the club. Now, the one difference I would say is I get it with Sancho. They wanted to keep him for another year or whatever. But can you do that when Haaland's got a 60, 70 million pound buyout clause next year? Haaland for 60 or 70 million would be the steal of the century. It really, really would. So I don't know about this. I think they're going to try and play hardball, but I reckon the end fee will be nowhere near that because they just simply can't. Because City will just be like, or whoever will just be like, well, we'll come back next year and get him for £70 million. You know what I mean? So I don't think we're going to go anywhere near that. I think that's just sort of talk. There's City apparently though very surprised that Barcelona, in particular Real Madrid and Barcelona, but in particular Barcelona are interested in Haaland because of their finances situation. You know, and that's completely true. If you look at Barcelona's finances, it is kind of amusing to see how they're being linked with a guy who is being quoted right now as 180 million euros, bro.
Yes, bro, but look at the situation. We find ourselves in Barcelona, Real Madrid struggling for cash, then all of a sudden, financial fair play, whoop, it's gone.
Yeah.
So then now they can get some dodgy money injected into the club again, and then they can refund it, and let's go all Erling Haaland season. But now I'm in the boat that we won't go near that 180 million euro. I reckon it'll probably end up around 100, 120 mil. And then you've got the whole Sancho sell-on clause thing to add into it. But like you say, bro, 70 mil is a steal for him. So people can just wait a year. They're not in a very strong position.
They're not in a strong position. They're not, that buyout clause. Whoever done that needs to be sacked instantly because it's a shocker. It's stinky, it really is. Right, guys, we'll leave it there. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go and check out the CX clothing range, you know what I mean? Link in the description. And we'll see you in the next one.